Alright folks, I'm back again. Momentarily we will get into the awesome figure of Battra. But let me ask y'all a question. Hopefully I'm not the only person that does this. But you know, being an avid X Plus collector and an avid Godzilla fan, do you ever like hum the theme songs to your favorite X Plus figures? Let me demonstrate. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. And yes, the man of the hour. Yes. Now we can get this review started. All right, let's do it.
Are y'all ready? What? Yeah! Y'all ready to play some football?
What is going on, people? LP2000 right back at you with another figure review, and today, going by this beautiful monstrosity I have right here, I'm doing the X Plus 30 centimeter Battra from the Heisei film Godzilla vs. Mothra 1992. And as you can see, I got a beautiful figure here, and I have the box. And you know how we do things around here. Let's get into the box before we get into the massive, awesome, beautiful figure. So let's put Battra down right here. And this is the box. You know, it's not a typical 30 centimeter boxes, you know, like I normally love, you know, with the artwork. It's just like the Gigantic series, you know what I'm saying? Just the, and other, you know, 30 centimeter boxes, like the Final Wars Gigan and other boxes just have the silhouette of the monster on the front. Which basically what it is, a silhouette of Battra here, his name in Japanese, Battra, 30 centimeter series, S Plus Garage toy. And that's it. It is a big box since Battra is really a big figure. That's pretty much it. There's nothing special about the box, so I'm going to trash it anyway. Put the legal jargon on the back, and that's pretty much it. Alright, let's get into the figure. Yes, Battra. Woo! Such a beautiful figure. My God, this is so beautiful. It speaks for itself. You know what I mean? It's amazing. Let me go into the backstory about this figure and how I came to get it. Well, for one, first off, this is my first and only Battra in my collection. I never had any kind of version of Battra, whether it's this form or the Imago area form or whatever. You know what I mean? And I was going to pull, bite the bullet on the SH Monster Arts Battra set, you know, with the little mini little Mothra that came along with it in that set. I almost pulled the trigger on getting that, you know what I mean? But I was holding out that X Plus was going to bring us one at some shape or form. I have nothing against SH Monster Arts. It's just that, you know, they're just too small for my taste. Nothing against them, but I wanted something bigger, and I wanted X Plus to bring it to me. Fast forward around March, I think this year, March or April, something like that. They sent out like I think a cryptic announcement. They had the Japanese letters, or at least they had BA in the word. So amongst the S Plus Collectors Facebook group, members in that group, we were all speculating that it was going to be Battra or maybe Baragon. You know what I'm saying? The only like just like cryptic said, or at least foreshadowed that BA was going to be in the name. So we were all hoping that it was Battra. And a couple days later, they announced that they were going to bring us a 30 centimeter Battra. Now not 25, but a 30 centimeter Battra. And I'm really glad that they did. This is based off of a kit from Goro. And that's another thing. I almost bit the bullet and almost bought a Goro kit. You know what I mean? There was one on Monterey like a few months back, but a brother from another mother, Eric, he got it. So I was planning on getting that and having like a wonderful artist like David Abdopko or Arcangelo Cervillo and all the great artists that I'm friends with on Facebook. I was gonna have them hopefully make it and build it and paint it for me. But I was just holding out that S Plus was gonna make one at some point, and lo and behold, here he is. This is the standard. I don't have the rip board, which came with a light up eyes and I think a light up horn. It was just released a couple weeks ago. I think the first week of June, the last week in May. And wow, this is just amazing piece. I would do up close and personal with it, but look at it. You know what I'm saying? It just speaks for itself. You know what I mean? They really captured this figure so well done. And it's really a shocker to me. Not a shocker as far as like X Plus standards, because we all know X Plus does phenomenal jobs on their sculpts, on their figures, whatever. Not every release is a home run, mind you, but like 95% of this stuff is really good. And this figure has really exceeded all my expectations. Kind of like the Destroyer that came out last year. I was really amazed by that figure, but this one has really left me speechless. This one has really shown me that, you know, that S Plus never ceases to amaze me. You know what I mean? They just captured everything about this figure amazingly. Superb, incredible, extraordinary. Any positive any possible compliment you want to throw their way, they deserve it, because they really have done this figure justice. It's massive. It really is a massive figure, whatever, and it just captures the whole viciousness and just the whole massiveness of the suit. You know what I mean? It has no articulation except for the mouth. You can open and close it, whatever. I like to have mine open to give some more of a ferocious, intensity look on his face or whatever. But the selling point for me, besides the fact that it's big, is the fact that they spared no expense on the detail. The color scheme would really make this figure pop out. You know what I mean? With the mixture of the reds, the yellows, the dark gray, green, you know, the yellow here, the translucent material on the horn where you can shine a light through the horn and give it like a glow if you want to. The eyes are popping really good, red or whatever. And that's the thing. When they announced the Rip Boy, they showed a picture on the Rip Boy site that the eyes were going to be like a bright glowing red. That's what we thought that the Rip Boy feature was going to be. But once the figure came out, actually his eyes are more clear or more whitish. And his horn is kind of like the same way in a way. It has a white light or something like that in the horn to make the horn shine brighter. So after I saw that, I really wasn't upset that I got the standard versus the Rip Boy. Because honestly, I wanted the one with the red bright eyes. You know what I mean? And but nothing against anybody who got the Rip Boy. When you got the Rip Boy or standard of this figure, you can't go wrong. You know what I mean? It's just amazing. I'm just so speechless by it. And it's just one of these figures that is just, you know what I'm saying? This really is a running for the figure of the year, and we're not even halfway done with the year yet. I think we are, but this is mind blowing. You know what I mean? And I like the fact that S Plus is going into a different direction to try to bring us more monsters that we haven't seen before. You know what I mean? And it leaves me hopeful that we'll see other complicated monsters down the line. You know, like a Mega Gyarus or a GMK King Ghidorah, or maybe another monster from the Heisei period, a King Ghidorah 1991, Mecha King Ghidorah, Mecha Godzilla 1993. Wink, wink. Godzilla Jr., Final Wars Anguirus, Orga, you know what I mean? It's just so many other monsters out there that they have not tapped into yet, but by them going into this direction, by bringing us complicated monsters like Battra, like Destroyer, you know what I'm saying? It just leaves me hopeful that we'll see more monsters on, you know, this complicated, like I mentioned, with Mega Garrus, Jim K. Ghidorah, King Geese from 1991, whatever. So it just shows that if they can do this, they can do a whole lot more. I'm excited to see what the future holds for us as X+. But actually, you know what? Like I said, I'm not gonna go up close and personal because it speaks for itself. You know what I mean? This figure is off the chain, from the bottom, from the top. He's just beautiful. He's just amazing, and it just reinforces the fact why I'm a loyal and supportive X+ customer. You know what I mean? So let's just jump head first into size comparisons. And let's go with size comparison number 1. And this is the Yuji Sakai 1991 Godzilla from X+. And as you can see, they scale really well together. This is the standard. And mind you, this is basically suit accurate or movie accurate as far as like scaling purposes. Because if you recall in the film, Godzilla and Battra, you know, when they fought underwater at sea, they were like this scale, so you know what I mean? So you can accomplish this. So if you get this Battra, or if you get the Sakai 91, whether it's now or when it's going to be reissued sometime next year, whatever, you can't go wrong pairing these two together. Because like I mentioned, this suit fought this version of Battra. Now the 92 suit fought the aerial form of Battra, but the 92 suit didn't fight this version of Battra. Now we did see like production photos, behind the scene photos of the 92 suit with Battra, you know what I mean? But it wasn't, it didn't appear on screen. But with this setup, you can basically recreate the first battle between Godzilla and Battra in the film. And I think they look great together. It's one thing about this Battra, the fact that it's so big and so massive, it scales well. Whether you have the Sakai 91, which is perfect, or let's go with size comparison number 2 and do with the Godzilla 1992, which is also coming up for reissue sometime next year. So please get your hand on the Sakai 91. Boom, boom, there it is. The regular Godzilla 1992, which is coming up for reissue next year. And also get your hands on the Battra now. You'll not be disappointed. But yes, this is really, really good. They scale well with each other. Like I mentioned, they were on screen together. But like I said, with behind the scenes, some photos and stuff like that, they really look well. They really do scale well together. You know what I mean? And you know, they had a great battle in the film. You know what I mean? And yeah, so that's it with the size comparisons. I'm not going to drown the review with size comparisons because I feel those two Godzillas paired with this Battra is perfect. You know what I mean? You don't need to pair with anything else. Unless you have more Heisei monsters like the Biollante or Space Godzilla or Destroyer. You know, they all look great together. But basically, the 92 and 91 Godzilla is perfect with this setup. And so let me just dive head first into my thoughts of Godzilla versus Mothra. I'm not gonna go a lot of detail into it, 'cause I think I covered that in my 30cm Godzilla 1992 review. Please check it out when you get chances in the archives of the channel. Once again, this is not one of my favorite Godzilla films. I enjoy it for what it is, but by all means, it's not up there as far as my list of like hardcore favorites. But actually, after me revisiting the film, after I found out that Battra was coming, because you know that's what I do. When a new figure comes, I look at the movie a lot just to research it and just to get me excited, amped up about the figure that I'm going to get. And I gain a new appreciation for it now. You know what I mean? There are a lot of things that work against me liking the film or against the film being one of my favorites. But I'm able to appreciate it more. You know what I mean? I'm able to appreciate at least Battra as far as the character. Because I know when you look at Battra, he has an evil, satanic, demonic look. But if you watch the film or read the backstory about the film, Battra was created by the Earth because of humans destroying the Earth. So Battra was created like a dark, twisted, evil version of Mothra to basically come and punish humanity, for causing harm to the Earth. And in a way, it's kind of like how Godzilla was in his original film. You know what I mean? Godzilla came, he was basically coming to punish because we we harmed the Earth with the nuclear testing, which turned about really resurrecting him. So it's kind of interesting that Battra kind of like takes on the same role in a way that he I mean, you can call him evil maybe, but he has motivation behind why he's coming to destroy the world, you know, whatever, because we humans are destroying the world, so he's coming to punish us. I think that was a really, really good idea. But however, the film is just like it's just all over the place. The plot is really all over the place, and it's like, I know the point of the Heisei series was to have Godzilla as the main bad guy, but when Battra comes on the scene, it's kind of wonky about, you know, who is really truly the bad guy until at the very end. And one thing, like I said about Battra, I enjoy him as a larval form, but when he transformed to his aerial form, he just was less impressive when I saw him. That's just my opinion. I mean, for example, he fought Godzilla to a standstill on his own in larval form. But at the very end, he needed Mothra's help when he was in his aerial form to defeat Godzilla. I think that was just a bad way to go. You know what I mean? But I can understand that they had a choice to make. Either keep Godzilla as the main bad guy and sacrifice Battra's character because of it, or turn Battra into the bad guy, which basically goes against the purpose of the characterization of Godzilla in Heisei series anyway. So, because if you think about it, in all intents and purposes, considering how big Battra is in his larval form compared to Mothra, he should have been super huge when he transformed into his area form. And really, Godzilla and Mothra should have teamed up to take out him, in a way. But it was not to be. But at the same time, I enjoy the film for what it is. But there are certain things about the film. A couple things about the film is just that it goes against it. It's just that I can't bring myself to put it up there with my top 10 favorite Godzilla films. And the fact that they just recreate a lot of stuff from past old films that really just pushes the envelope of why they couldn't be more creative. You know what I mean? Like, for example, after Godzilla and Battra fight, and they go in the water into the lava, whatever. I'm gonna touch on that in a few seconds because that hurts my nerves too a little bit. But after that, the whole plot centers around Mothra coming to reclaim the cosmos, and then she saves them, or at least bring them out of harm's way. Then she goes into a cocoon and then flies and becomes a butterfly or whatever. So basically, if you saw that 20 minutes of footage, there was no need to watch the original Mothra film, because that's basically the whole Mothra film in 1961 in a nutshell. You know what I mean? I don't really like that. And also, one of the things that, you know, Godzilla has been involved in extreme situations. You know what I mean? Extreme situations that would make you, you know, question how he would get out of certain situations. You know what I mean? But what he did, as far as like him swimming after he got trapped in that undersea volcano, that he pops up out of Mount Fuji, that one was really like, yeah. You know what I mean? Because we've seen Godzilla been involved in some extreme situations. Like we see him buried alive in an avalanche twice. We've seen him buried alive under the dirt by a typhoon or whatever. But this situation right here, this was kind of along the lines of Showa Gamera type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like near impossible stuff. Because Godzilla, we know that he's the king of the monsters. He's all that. He's invincible. He's, you know, the most powerful monster, yada, yada, yada. But when they surmised that he was able to swim in lava, and then swim all the way from the Pacific Ocean all the way up to Mount Fuji, and him not being harmed, that one right there was like, okay, yeah, that was kind of a hard thing to swallow, whatever. Because I did the nerdy thing. I looked up how hot lava is. At the least, it is like 1,300 degrees. At the most, it's like 25 to 3,000. How a creature can swim through that and still be intact after all that? Once again, it's one of those situations where you have to say, you know what? So what? So what? It happened. Whatever. So, but with that being said, you know, I still enjoy the film for what it is, and it's okay. You know what I mean? It's all right, but it's not up there. But I actually have to say this: X Plus has really made me appreciate the film more, and Battra as a character more with this figure. And I think that's a huge testament to how great X Plus is. You know what I mean? Because like I mentioned before, Godzilla vs. Mothra ain't up there with me. But with me having this figure now and considering how much detail and awesome, superb, amazing detail that they put into this figure and the time that they took to get it right and get it perfectly, get it perfect. There's nothing wrong with this figure whatsoever. I don't see anything bad on this figure, and nothing is exaggerated. Nothing is out of place. Nothing has broke off. This figure is absolutely perfect and has exceeded all my expectations. You know what I mean? And for that to happen and then make me appreciate a film that's not up there for me to appreciate that film even more, I think speaks volumes. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much my thoughts of Godzilla vs. Mothra as far as Battra and the wacky scene involving Godzilla coming out of the volcano. Yes, okay. You know what? He did it in Biollante. Okay? At the end of Godzilla 84. But we can assume he didn't fall into the lava. He probably felt like on a crevice inside the volcano. I never thought for 1 second that Godzilla was in the lava of the volcano. Otherwise, he would have been dead. But in this film, he's able to swim through it like it's like a warm sauna. So, but obviously, this film did something right for the Heisei films, because this film, the Godzilla vs. Mothra, is the most financially successful film of the Heisei period, which is mind-boggling to me, because I would think, you know, as far as Heisei films go, to me, I think the best film is Godzilla vs. Biollante. You know what I mean? Of course, the fights are kind of lame or whatever, but the whole film is crafted perfectly in that, for me. But it had a poor box office take. You know what I'm saying? But this one had a higher, was the highest of the Heisei films. By and large, in fact, at the time, I guess, I think now also, the majority of the population of Japan was female, and since Mothra was a highly popular character in Japan, you know, they were able to get those butts in the seats and make that money. So that plays into it. But the fact that this film scored higher than Biollante or Godzilla 1985 is really just mind-boggling to me. But whatever. That's just my take on it. I'm sure a lot of people would disagree with me or have a different opinion, but that's the purpose of having stuff like this. We can always agree to disagree. And you know what? That's okay. That's a great thing. Now, before I wrap this review up, let me just touch on 2 more things, and then we're out of here. First off, let me give you, since, like I mentioned before, this was based off a kit from a Japanese model kit company called Goro. You know what I mean? Now, that means that S Plus was able to strike a deal with them to use their scope to make this Battra figure. Now, there are 5 other figures, at least 5 of the model kits I would love S Plus to reach out to so they can make their version of that figure and bring it to us at some point. This is not in particular order, but this is just my 5, okay? Number 5, the Billiken kit, Godzilla 1965. You know what I mean? A 3rd centimeter. We don't have anything from that movie, Godzilla Monster Zero. I think that would be a great way to go. Number 4, Monster Maker 28, GMK Ghidorah. Do I have to explain that? No, I don't. I love that Ghidorah, you know, kit, that King Ghidorah. At first I didn't, but it grew on me over time, and I love it. Monster Maker made an exquisite model kit of the GMK King Ghidorah. So hopefully S Plus can make a deal with them to bring that King Ghidorah to us. Number 3, Goro made a Kaiser Ghidorah from Final Wars. I know Godzilla Final Wars may not be up there amongst a lot of the fan base as their favorite film, but I love Kaiser Ghidorah. Kaiser Ghidorah was a really, really cool monster for the 2 minutes we saw him in the film. So hopefully they can make another deal with Goro and bring Kaiser Ghidorah to us. Number 2, Mechagodzilla 1993, a Sakuda kit. Hopefully they can reach out to Sakuda and make that happen. You know what I mean? I know Mechagodzilla 1993 is in the works from S Plus, so it's only a matter of time before we get it. So hopefully we'll get it soon. And number 1, Monster Maker 28, 1974 Godzilla. You know what I mean? Do I have to explain that? Do I really have to explain that? John Ruffin, do I have to explain that? No, I don't, and I'm not going to explain that. The 1974 Godzilla from Godzilla's Mechagodzilla, think about that. Marinate on that. Okay, I'm done. All right, so that's pretty much my 5 monsters or model kits. I hope that S Plus will try and reach out and make a deal and bring it to us at some point. You know what I mean? Because, you know, they're awesome kits. And they're awesome monsters. And they're monsters that we have not seen before. So hopefully we can get that at some point. And my last piece of business is to Charlie White, a subscriber of mine. Or at least somebody who sent me a question. I'm sorry I didn't answer this on my Gamera video when I was answering questions from my subscribers. I'm sorry to to neglect your question for so long, but let me just answer it here. And he pretty much asked me, where do I go to find these figures, and where's the best places to go? Now it just depends on where you want to go to get these figures. I always say when you want a figure, you always should pre-order it. You know what I mean? That way, because when you get a figure, when you pre-order it, the price is a little bit cheaper than what you'll find when it goes up online in the aftermarket, thanks to those eBay rapers out there. So I always suggest, please pre-order. You know what I'm saying? Do your research of what figure that you want, and then just pre-order. You can go to places like AmiAmi.com, Hobby Japan, Hobby Search. I think that's pretty much all that I deal with. You know what I mean? So so maybe you can go online with those places and then put your information in, and then once pre-orders happen, you can be there to get it. You know what I mean? Now they don't ask for your money up front, whatever. It just depends on how you pay. If you pay with PayPal, they don't ask for your money up front. They only ask it when the figure is available and about to ship. That's when you pay your money. You know what I mean? Also, you can go to Mondaraki.com. It's a secondhand store in Japan. It has a website that has like figures, both used and new, and where you can pick up figures. You know what I mean? That's where I got this Godzilla 1992 from. So hopefully you can do that. Or, like I said, with this 92 and 91, they're going to be reissued. So maybe you can hit up FlossysGifts.com, hit by Kaiju Addict's own John Stanowski, or Michael Tchaikovsky's TheVampireRobots.com. I'm sure they'll have these reissues. So hit them up so you want to get these reissues for a great price. And also you can hit up Buyese, a Japanese website. It's like equivalent to eBay here in America, where you or Yahoo Japan auctions, back in the day. So you can always go up online and see stuff and try and get them for a cheaper price or whatever, and then go from there. So that's basically where I go to get my stuff. Also, I'm a member of the X Plus Collectors Facebook group and the Godzilla Collectors Facebook group on Facebook, where sometimes some members will post figures that they don't need, and they will try to sell them for a good price. You know what I mean? They don't try and sell them at these horrible aftermarket prices online, because we're like family up there. You know what I mean? So they want to look out for the next guy. You know what I'm saying? So they may want so they may charge something where they won't lose out on the investment that they put into it, but yet still try to look out for you. So that's what I would do. So if you're not a part of that X Plus Collectors Facebook group or club on Facebook, please join, as well as the Godzilla Collectors Facebook group. You know what I'm saying? You will not be disappointed. So that's basically how I go about getting my figures. You know what I mean? And I'm really happy that I got this figure. You know what I mean? It has blown my mind, and I'm really happy that I got it. X Plus, once again, has knocked this one out of the park. It's amazing. It's incredible. All that good stuff. And I highly suggest that you pick one up now. The time is now. You know what I mean? It's going like this almost the last week in June. It just came out like 3 weeks ago. He's still out there for a good price. You know what I mean? Just don't go overboard with the investment. But like next month from now, or at least by August or September, he's going to be up there in price. I say like the $500 range, because this is really is a good piece. You know what I mean? Even if you don't like the film, if it's not on your top 10 list like it is for me, I still enjoy this figure. And I'm saying, if you somehow just hate the film and hate anything involved with the film, I can understand that. But if you don't, give this figure a chance. You know what I mean? As well as any other film that you may not like. You know what I mean? Just give it a chance, because you're missing out on getting great quality pieces just because of your disdain for a movie. Especially if you can just look at it from a different perspective, get a newfound appreciation for it, and you won't be losing out on getting great pieces like this. You know what I mean? So that pretty much concludes my review of the X Plus 30cm Battra from Godzilla vs. Mothra 1992. You have any questions, holler me down in the comment section, or hit me up on Facebook, Barry Mark Calloway. We definitely go from there. Check out the Facebook groups I'm about to mention: Toku Legion, Toho Kaiju Union, the X Plus Collectors Facebook group, the Godzilla Collectors Facebook group, Sci-Fi Labyrinth, and of course, Toy Explosion, Japanese toy and figure services. And check out KaijuAddicts.com for all things X Plus. Once again, that's KaijuAddicts.com. Wow, this is great. It really is great. And once again, X Plus has done a remarkable job with this piece. Please get it. You know what I mean? Please get it. You will not be disappointed with the purchase. And the next time I will see you, hopefully we'll have something gigantic here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So just stay tuned. More stuff is coming. Thank you all out there for subscribing to me. Thank you all for the support. Thank you everybody that has brought me to where I am today. I thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. More content on the way, and you will not be disappointed. All right? So I thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all again on the next figure and move review. All right? Y'all take it easy.